Which also reminds me how I don't know how I many rabbit holes I go through on the internet, but I was reading the our teachers subreddit, and so many teachers complain that parents are dropping off their kids. There's one Reddit thread where someone said these are like elementary school age kids, like 4 or 5 years old or something. I don't even remember the age. There's kids sitting in cafeteria not eating because what their parents do is like hand feed these kids while the kids are on their iPad or something. And then the kids are like, I don't know how to serve myself food. And it was like just a lot of teachers chiming in on like the most wild, out of touch parenting stuff that I'm like, that's insane. This generation is cooked. This generation. The children have forgotten the basic instinct to eat. No, I'm not kidding. Go on our teachers and it's literally like every week there's a thread about this kid can't even tie their shoes. Or kids are, no, parents, some parents are sending their kids to like kindergarten or first grade, not fully potty trained, which is insane. It's just like basic skills that they're not teaching your kids, I guess, because they're putting them in front of iPad because they just don't have time to teach their kids how to do stuff. Or like very entitled parents that are like, oh, my kid didn't want to go to school today, so I'll just keep him at home. But then the kid never goes to school ever. And then the school is like, hey, you're not enrolling your kid in school. Your kid has missed so many. They're not even high school. This is like elementary school. But if you like push back on the parent will just have a fucking meltdown, curse you out and such. What is going on? That's actually pretty alarming. I have students who can't write. What is going on? Like my parents would even like when I was a kid, I've had days like, oh, I didn't want to go to school, but like my parents still made me go to school. The point of being a parent is you make your kids do shit that they don't want to do, like homework and like going to school and like chores. And somehow some parents aren't doing that. Slowly emerging with the Wall-E timeline. Even lizard brain should be able to unga bunga food. I don't mean like spelling grammar, I mean physically with a pen and pencil. Yeah, I think someone said that too, like something similar. They gave one of the students a book to read and they tried to scroll through the book, literally like scroll like on a phone, but they tried to do the scrolling motion with the pages. What? Idiocracy being a reality? I'm baffled because I think growing up my parents were hard on me a little too much at times, but man, they were doing so much more than like I guess some parents are. So now I'm like, oh, I'm kind of a little more thankful because that's kind of crazy. Gonna start writing everything in cursive since they hardly teach it now. I don't think they teach cursive anymore. I still know how to do cursive. They taught us cursive in elementary school when I was growing up. Imagine you need an app to check your grammar. My brother's 2-year-old flipped pages in the book. Same. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. There's like the teachers on the subreddit are just saying it's getting worse. There's always like a few students that are just like, there's nothing you can do, but they're saying it's like, oh, widespread inability. My parents were a bit hands off with me later years, past grade 5, but they did check in to make sure I was able to keep up. Yeah. Like my parents literally, apart from school, they like forced me to do homework during summer. Like they made me spell words, like learn a word, spell it, and use it in a sentence. And I hated that shit, but like they made me do it. And then like I did like to read books, so like they did encourage that a little bit more, so I was like reading a lot. So like they did some supplementary like homeschooling for me, but it's not a ton. It's quite, they were just worried, I guess, because like they just needed me to do well in school, so I would get some homework outside of class. We possess the knowledge of the ancients. I was a latchkey kid. Wait, latchkey kid? I need to look up the definition. I read the dictionary. School-age child, commonly aged 5 to 13, who returned to an empty home after school during working parents, often wearing a key around their neck. Yeah, I was kind of like that too, because I think when I was like younger, like 10 and younger, I was not allowed to stay at home, but once I turned around like 13 or so, they just left me. I would get home from school and like my dad started traveling for work again. I wasn't completely alone, but I think often during the summer I was, because like my mom was working. But I think that was a factor too, that now the economy and such, both parents need to work. Both parents are so busy they don't have time to raise their kids, which I get. But if you come from like a certain background, your parents would be like, A-okay, B, you're failing. My parents were very concerned for my education. So, you know, there was not much slack in that department. My Asian parents were okay. My grades as long as I tried to go on university. Yeah, that's literally how it is. You get A's, it's all good. You get B's, they're just gonna whip out this sandal, unfortunately. Why didn't you study? You play too much computer, Frosty. Shut. Oh my God, I'm so over that. You always on the computer. My mom, basically. The parents are too busy with work. Get yourself an unemployed uncle. Okay.